What's happening, guys? Tech Head Geek here. I just want to do a little comparison of my two DSLRs I got here. Now, I got the Sony Alpha 58 right here, and I got the Canon T3i. And so it's just, I just want to talk a little bit of differences between the two because they're kind of different in the same light. Because this one has a 20.2 megapixel sensor in there, and this one has an 18 megapixel sensor in there. So the pictures on this one might be a little bit better, and the video might be a little bit better. But the thing is, when it comes to owning a DSLR, you got to find out what's best for you. Now, one of my reasons why I like the Sony Alpha so much is that this one has autofocus. So it kind of allows me just to, if I'm unboxing something and I just want to get the focus right, all I got to do is put it up there and it'll focus it right on that. Where this is all manual focus. So when it comes to like doing an unboxing, it can be a little frustrating getting the focus right, but this one has autofocus. Now they both have the kit lens of 18 millimeters by 35. No, did I say that right? Was 18 by 55? 18 by 55. Sorry about that. And I've talked to photographers and they say this was pretty much the throwaway lens. This is the one you get, you test it, then you throw it away and go get you a new one. So when it came down to it, I was like, all right, I don't want to do a comparison where one got the 18 by 35 lens and this one got like an 18 by 200 millimeter lens. So it's like, I can't just do an unfair comparison like that. But I just wanted to just talk about that. But one of the main things I've noticed about these cameras is just little subtle differences between the two. You got your shutter button on both sides, but you got your on and off switch right here, right next to the shutter button on the Sony. And on here it's right next to the mode dial, which is, like I said, it's fine. But see, the mode dial on the Sony is on the other side. So it's like, okay, you know, like I said, a little subtle difference. But one thing I can say that it may be a little nitpicking in my opinion, but this one, the mode dial kind of just continuously turns where the mode dial here stops at the movie button. So it's like I said, it's a little subtle thing, but you know, I'm just kind of nitpicking at that, but it don't, I mean, break your experience using the camera. Now, as far as the button layout, it's pretty similar in the same fashion. Is that, like I said, the mode dial on the Canon T3i is on the right hand side instead of the left hand side. But if you flip into the back here, you're going to take a look, like the movie button's in the same place. The focus and the digital zoom and digital zoom out is there, and you got, you know, like your directional pad buttons here and there. Like one of the main differences between these two, and I talked about this in my review with my Canon T3i, is that this screen flips out. So if you want to do like a selfie or a video of yourself, you can see if you're in the shot or not and things like that. So that's a big advantage when it comes to doing like self videos of yourself, because when it comes to the Sony, only thing this thing has is a tiltable screen. Just like my RX100 Mark II, they got a tiltable screen. Like, I guess if you want to take a picture like this, but you can't, I guess, line it up right, and you just want to be like that, you can do it. But you know, mostly photographers use the viewfinder right there. So it's all personal choice and personal preference how you want to use these two cameras. And I say, it's like I say, when you get a camera, it depends on what you're using it for. If you're using it just for pictures, by all means, you can't go wrong with either one. But if you're doing video, it depends on what kind of video you're doing. If you're doing like tech videos or braiding hair videos or fitness videos, and you want to see if you're in the shot, or you might have, well, a lot of times if you got the right lens and you just, just zoom it out, you can probably get most of the area you're trying to get with a wide angle lens, so it doesn't really matter. But when it comes down to like what you're going to use the camera for, like I said before in my review video on my Canon, is that it's all what you plan to do with the camera. Are you going to use it for video or pictures? Now I use both of these for video, so that's why I pretty much got it, because you know DSLR pretty much have the best video out there. Not saying some point and shoots can't, like my Sony RX100, that does excellent video and pictures. So you can get point and shoots that do just as good as some DSLRs, but the problem is a lot of people buy DSLRs but don't really use them the way they should, because as far as the exchangeable lenses you can with some of these lenses. Some of these lenses are wide angle lenses and things like that. So when it comes down to it, like I said, when you're going to have to use what kind of camera you're going to use it for. Right now, I'm shooting this video with my camcorder I had for about maybe 7 years now. It still works as good. Like you can see me, I can see myself really well in this camcorder. Like you might spend $300-400 on a camcorder and be cool with that. You know what I mean? As long as it gets you what you need to do. Like I said, if you're doing a fitness video at a gym, or you doing a hair show with a hair channel or whatever, or a makeup channel. It's like, if you just do what you needed to do, you can't go wrong with it. So my little comparison between the two, like, I'm leaning, like, I like the Sony more, like I said, because of the autofocus. Like when I'm doing unboxings, or I'm doing like a review video, and I ain't really got to worry about if it's in focus. I just know, make sure I'm in frame, because autofocus is there. It's just got to make sure you're in frame. I mean, the tiltable screen is useful, I guess, when you're outdoors trying to take pictures of animals or flowers and things like that. But when it comes to self-videoing myself, it's kind of frustrating because I can't really see. But what I would have to do is just line up the camera right, go back and forth, and make sure I'm in the shot the way I want to be. That probably take about 5 to 10 seconds the most, so it's not that big of a deal. But anybody out there who has multiple cameras, as far as DSLRs or point and shoots or camcorders, let me know in the comment section what you prefer as far as what you use your cameras for. Is it picture, video, anything like that? And also, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps out a lot over here, and I really appreciate it. Helps out. And anybody out there who hasn't subscribed already, please do so. If you want to get more content and video or unboxing or reviews, you'll be updated with anything that comes out right then and there, so you can always get that information if you subscribe. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video.